Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video we will talk about gaming and streaming computers. I want to share with you guys how I built my own computer, and I also want to give you guys some advice about building your own computer rather than buying it. You'll see why I mean that, because a lot of times people think that building your own computer is such a big thing, that you just go ahead and buy it from the store, which, for some people that could work out, but if you're trying to get the best out of your money, I think you should definitely build it. So let's go ahead. Building my own computer was a big challenge because I've never actually built one, and I didn't even know what parts to use, so I just did some research inside the store actually and bought whatever I thought is gonna go together, and I actually built myself a pretty decent computer. So for the motherboard, I went with an Intel motherboard, the MPG Z390. It's a pretty brand new motherboard. It came out I think a few weeks ago. It's pretty cool looking. It's very, very big, and it looks cool. Plus, I think it was the only MSI motherboard they had in stock, and I wanted to go with MSI because MSI is pretty cool. I like them. Okay, for the processor, they didn't have in stock an i7, so I got myself an i5 9600K, pretty fast. And then also I got some RGB RAM sticks from Corsair, Vengeance RGB Pro, 32 gigs, 2 sticks of 16. I can always put 2 more if I need to, but I don't think I need to, maybe in a later decade. For the power, no, not power supply, this is the liquid cooling, is the CPU liquid cooler. It's a Corsair H60. I still don't even know all the parts, I'm such a beginner. It's a pretty cool liquid cooling system. I would have went for the RGB one, but they didn't have it in stock. I wanted to go all RGB, but if they didn't have it, I really wanted to build the computer that day, so I don't want to wait for any online shippings. For the graphics card, I went with an MSI Gaming Z GeForce RTX 2070. It's 8 GB of DDR6. It's a pretty good graphics card. It's actually pretty big for the case I have, but it actually fits, so I'm okay with that. And then for the power supply, I went with the Thermaltake RGB 750 watt. They said, the guys at the store said that I would need around 700 watts for this build. I don't really know. I don't know how they calculate it. So yeah, I got one from Thermaltake because this was the only one that they had with RGB lining. So I wanted to stick to the RGB. And for the case, I also bought a Thermaltake V200 TG RGB case. It has 3 RGB fans in the front, and it has a exhaust fan in the back, but mine was actually broken when I purchased it, so I went ahead and bought a separate fan, a 120mm case fan. If they would have had an RGB, I would have probably gotten it, but they didn't, so I just got a fan. Whatever. And let's not forget about storage. I also wanted to go with 1 TB SSD, but they didn't have them in stock, so I got a 860 EVO Samsung SSD, 500 gigs, and a WD 500 gigs as well. So together, terabyte SSD memory. It's faster than HD. Okay. And these products are actually not important for the build. You know, you don't need them for a gaming computer, but you do need them if you want to stream. So I got myself a C920S Pro webcam. It's a Logitech webcam. It's actually a pretty good camera, you know. And if you give it good lighting, it's gonna do amazing things for your stream. Everyone wants to see your face when you stream, so you know you need a webcam. For the microphone, I went with the Blackout Yeti, which also came with the PUBG, which is pretty cool, you know. I already own the game, but you know, I might give it away or something. You know, it's cool. And I also got a microphone stand from InnoGear on Amazon for very cheap. You know, it comes with all these, so it's a pretty cool thing to get if you have a microphone, you know. And it actually syncs with the Yeti, so you know it's pretty cool. And it was cheap. I didn't want to spend too much. Now for the monitors, this is where the fun starts. I went ahead and bought 2 monitors, you know, because you kind of need 2 monitors if you want to stream. The first one is a Dell 24-inch. It's a regular IPS panel, you know, it's not too fancy. I'm just gonna use it for edit, you know. I'm not gonna game on this, you know. So. But I will be gaming on this bad boy. This is also a Dell monitor. I wanted to stick with Dell because, I don't know, you know. It was just like, I really like this monitor, so I was like, if I'm gonna get a second monitor, I also want a Dell, so that's why I got that one. So this is a 1 millisecond response time, QHD 2560 by 1440 resolution with 165 Hertz. If you overclock it, I think it comes with 140, but you can overclock it to 165, which is not that hard. You know, it's just in the settings over there. And it also has G-Sync, which helps out, you know, when you play video games. Syncs with the GPU. I really like it. It's a pretty big upgrade from what I had before. I think the one I had before was like a 17-inch. Yeah, I think I used the Cybertron laptop, a gaming laptop, but this gear is definitely a big change. So again, with the question, should you buy it or should you build it? Take my advice, don't be scared. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that can help you. Whatever bump you're gonna face, there's definitely someone before you bumped in it as well, and they probably have a helpful explanation. And you know, don't be afraid. It's not a big thing to build your own computer. You know, when I turned it on and I saw the exhaust fan not working, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? You know, how am I gonna fix it? And then I actually saw that it's just the fan was broken. You know, know, I bought a new one and it works, so I'm like, oh, thank Jesus, you know. What you do need to take in consideration, if you do build your own computer, you're also gonna have to purchase Windows, you know, a system so the gaming system works, you know. And it's pretty expensive, but you know, for the performance, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth building your own computer, because you know, we also get that whenever I turn on my computer, I'm like, man, I actually built this, you know, it's pretty cool. And you know, when you see the video games running and everything's going well, you're gonna get a much better feeling while you play the video games. So if that makes it up for you, I think you really should build your own computer. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I don't have a video with me actually building it. I accidentally deleted it, and yeah, I'll try and maybe take it apart and rebuild it. I'll see. I don't know. It took me a while though, because I didn't know anything. I was the beginner of beginners. I didn't know what I was doing. I had to research every single step, from opening the boxes to turning it on. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, God bless technology.